It seems like 99% of the time, Stephen A. Smith's takes are absolutely terrible, especially if it has anything to do with some sort of racial discrimination or anything like that. But every once in a while, he uses a little bit of common sense and gets it right. And in this case, on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith got it 1000% right, defending Cowboys owner Jerry Jones after the cancellation attempt, using a 65-year-old picture of him to try to claim that he's some sort of racist from when he was 14 years old. And Stephen A. Smith, even though he bashed the Cowboys, is one of the first to come to his defense. Stephen A. Smith blasts Washington Post for its absurd attempt to cancel Jerry Jones with 65-year-old photo. Stephen A. Smith may make fun of the Dallas Cowboys every chance he gets, but he's got the utmost respect for team owner Jerry Jones. The ESPN analyst came to the defense of Jones after the Washington Post's recent attempt to cancel him with a photo taken 65 years ago. The race-obsessed Washington Post unveiled its newest tactic in trying to cancel people by sharing this photo. And this is it. This is of the Little Rock Six in Arkansas when 6 black boys were trying to get into, whether it was I think it was a high school at the time, they were trying to integrate a segregated school. And you can see this guy doesn't look too happy, this dude with a cigarette in his mouth staring down these kids. But this guy in the background right here, just kind of looking, seeing what's going on. This is Jerry Jones. This is future Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. He's 14 years old. This is from 1957. And the Washington Post used this picture of him to try to smear him as a racist. And Jerry Jones did respond. He said, listen, I had no idea what was going on. It was more of a curiosity thing. I was just there to see what was going on. And of course, it was 65 years ago. No normal human being actually would hold that against somebody just for being present at a protest 65 years ago. But some people in the woke mainstream media were doing exactly that. Surprisingly, Stephen A. Smith is speaking out in favor of Jerry Jones and smearing the people who are attempting to say that this is some sort of thing that should be punished or that he should be held responsible for. Listen to this.
I'm pretty pissed off. And let me say this. I'm pissed off, but not for reasons that people would think. I'm very, very fond of Jerry Jones, and I'm not hiding that from anybody. Is his record perfect? No. But I'm pissed off because he doesn't deserve what just happened. He doesn't deserve it. Our report said he was 14 years old. Yeah. Another report said he was 15 years old. At minimum, that's 65 years ago. You're gonna bring up a picture of Jerry Jones standing at this protest. No question. What was happening is not something that anybody as a black person should be appreciative about. We had 6 students at that particular North Little Rock High School that was trying to desegregate the school.
No one should be okay with it.
Nobody should be okay with it.
And of course, Molly has to jump in and say something. Nobody cares about what you think. Molly, shut the fuck up. Literally, nobody cares about your stupid virtue signaling. Sit down, host the show, shut the fuck up. How many times do anybody having to watch this garbage program have to tell you that time and time again?
But you gonna bring up a photo of him when he was 14, 15 years old? 65 or 66 years ago. This is where cancer culture gets into the mix, and you're making an attempt to eradicate him, what he stands for, and all he has done. And by the way, I don't have a problem with the photo. I don't have a problem. If he was 30, 35, 40 years old, that's different.
Right.
14, 15 years old. 14, 15 years old.
Right.
But we're going to lean on somebody when he was 14, born and raised in the South, and we're going to pick it up 66 years later to say, you know something?
Yeah.
You ain't hire a black coach. I think that's pretty low. I really, really do. I think that part is pretty low. If he were an adult, that would be different.
So shockingly, Stephen A. Smith, with a take that is dead on the money, he's 100% correct in his assessment. We're talking about a 14 to 15-year-old kid. We're talking about a picture of him 65 years ago. And the Washington Post is sitting there and trying to say, look at this guy. Look at what a racist he is. This is absolutely ridiculous. And he wasn't even like he wasn't even blocking these kids. He was just sitting there in the background as a bunch of cameras were rolling. Like, what's going on here? Looking. That's all it was. And when you have Stephen A. Smith out there slamming the mainstream media for their cancel culture attempts, for their attempts at racial division, you know you've gone way too far. So it was certainly refreshing to see a take like this out of the mouth of Stephen A. Smith on ESPN of all places. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.